Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I have got one more card to share with you using the Spellbinders Market Tote die. This time we are going to fill that tote up with some lovely tulips. So I've gone ahead and cut out the tulips. It's made by two pieces here, a solid base, and then the piece with the portion cut out that will layer on top here. And I've used 3 colors for that. I've got from Spellbinders Chiffon, Bellini, and Dahlia. And I'm going to pull in 3 greens as well for our stems and leaves, which are Peridot, Rainforest, and Fern. So I've gone ahead here, cut these out, and then I've layered them together using those 3 colors, but in lots of different mixes of those colors. So we have similarity, but also variety. We'll just add a little dot of our glitter glue and then place the smaller piece on top of the larger. I'm just being careful to make sure that I get glue on those little edges on either side, and then that those are lined up correctly along the edge as I place this down. Now that we've got all of our little tulip buds placed together, we're going to add the stems, just a little dot of glue there, and we'll place the flower on top. Next, I've gone ahead here and just laid out all of the leaves I wanted to add to each of these. Sometimes I'll add 2, sometimes just 1. I just wanted to vary this to make it look as natural as I can. And now we'll go ahead and get our tote placed together. I really liked the light blue I had used for the A2 card in our last video, and this is Seaside, so that's going to be our base again. And then I wanted to go a little bit lighter with the tote, so I am using the sand cardstock from Concord and Ninth. My dimensions on this are a little different as well. I went a little larger for the tote. So this is going to be 2¼ inches tall for our back piece and 1¾ inches tall for the front portion of the tote. I've gone ahead and added our Scor-Tape to the back portion here, and I'm going to place this down at the bottom of our panel. Just making sure that's down nice and tight and we have no bubbles. Then we've got our little accordions, which are going to give our tote its dimension. I'm going to add some 1/8 inch Scor-Tape along either end of these. Make sure that's down nice and tight as well. And get all of these folded. And there I'm just double checking my size and my spacing. We'll go ahead and add these to either ends of the front section of our tote. Again, I'm adding the folded edge towards the outside. Just gives a little bit of a cleaner look, I think. And we'll do that on either end. And then add one along the bottom as well. Got to get that back handle for our tote in place. So I want to measure, make sure I can keep these nice and even. We're just going to lay this out. And then I'm going to hold that in place, add a little bit of glue under the bottom sections here. I'd mentioned in my last video, I tried placing it on the inside of the tote like I'm doing now, and also behind the back portion of the tote, which would actually be the correct way if you were looking at a real tote. It really, I don't think, makes a difference once you fill everything up, and it's a lot easier, I think, to just do it this way. Much easier to line up and get into place. And now we'll go ahead and get the front of our tote down. I'm going to peel away the backing on all 3 of these. I'll just work from one end to the other. If you squeeze that accordion down flat, it makes it very easy to line up with the edge there. And then just press that one in the middle down. Make sure it's nice and tight as well. Now we can get our front handle placed down. And I'm going to layer that right on top of the other one. And then we'll place our little stitch reinforcements there. And now we will be ready to fill it up with our flowers. So I decided I wanted to add some tissue paper in this tote. So I'm going to just create a little line with my 1/8 inch Scor-Tape. That's going to hold my tissue paper in place. And after I placed that one down, I decided it'd probably be a good idea to place one along the front as well. That way I can kind of layer these flowers in between that tissue paper. So making sure that back line there is down nice and tight. And then I'm a little out of frame here. Sorry about that, but I will show you. I'm just running another piece of that along the inside of the front as well. Now for my tissue paper, I am using an actual piece of tissue paper. I just trimmed one down into small pieces. I want to say they're probably roughly 2 inches by 3 inches. I'm just going to fold those over to create a little bit of a crinkle, and I'm going to place that right down on that back Scor-Tape. I've only peeled away the backing on the back section of that tape so far. I'm going to kind of do this in layers. Now we'll go ahead and get all of our tulips into place. Just gonna lay these out. Now I'm going to do my best to hold these into place as I get them glued down. So already my second one has moved on me, but just doing my best to kind of keep them where we've arranged them to. And then for a couple of them, just for extra dimension, I will add some foam dots behind those just to really kind of sink in that dimension. Now we're going to finish off with our second layer of our tissue paper. So I'm just going to fold another 3 of these, and I'm laying this out first to make sure that I like the look of it. I wasn't completely sure that this was what I wanted, so I'm just testing it out here. You know, sometimes they fold perfectly, and then other times you got to fold them like 10 times. So here, I just want to make sure I'm not covering up too much of my tulips. I'm going to live with it for a few seconds, make sure that I'm happy with it, kind of rearrange some things a little bit, make sure that they're peeking out, not hidden away too much. And then again, I'm going to do my best to hold that all into place. I'll peel away the backing of that Scor-Tape on the front and press that into place. Now everything is nice and secure. And we'll put a little dot there to hold our 2 handles together as well. For our sentiment, I'm going to go with "Life's Better with You in My Tote." And of course, we'll use our trusty intense black ink to stamp that out. I'm going to add some art glitter glue to the back of our panel, and we'll get that placed on the front of our card base. And then for this sentiment, I decided I wanted a little bit more dimension again. So we're going to pop that up with some of my foam strips. Just do a little double layer of those there. And then we'll peel away the backing and press that into place. For the inside, I'm going to again do a plain Nina panel, just a stripe of ATG to the back of that, and we'll place that on the inside. And that will complete our card for today. Here are a few close-ups of the finished card. In the description box below, you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I've used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.